Good morning, good morning, good morning. You know why I'm here. Thank you guys for checking out my weekly Forex analysis. I really do appreciate it. Just before we get started, let's go ahead and look at Forex Factory real quick and see what Forex Factory has for us for today. So, well, it's not today necessarily, it's tomorrow. So, we just have a lot of news tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So, no news today, but so we just watch out tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's when news start pulling up. And then remember, this week is inauguration of Joe Biden, or President elect Joe Biden, if you will. So just watch for a lot of volatility in the market, right? So let's go ahead and go on to the DXY. DXY, very interesting stuff happened with the DXY yesterday. So let me go to the 1 hour time frame. So price ended up starting to drop off after it was climbing up a little bit to close this gap that we were previously talking about. And then, funny enough, as the market opened, what ended up happening? Price ended up making another gap, and at the same exact price where it had given the previous gap. Now, that could be just very much different because Trading View could be different from other like charts and stuff like that. It could all be different if you're looking at it. Maybe you have a broker on MT4 that allows you to look at the US dollar. But based off of what I'm seeing here, it gave us a gap, didn't quite close it. It would have been closed if it came up here. So, and then prices ended up dropping, which ended up helping us with a couple of our trades. Um, so now what I'm really looking for with the DXY, I still wanted to push a little lower. I don't think, but before, let me not get ahead of myself. So I want to see what the DXY is going to do around 90.328 if it's going to keep going to the upside, because it is making higher highs and higher lows. So I can't really say that this is in a downtrend at all. You have to go with the trend. This is definitely making higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frame, but on the daily time frame, let me hide this real quick just to point it out. So I'm not a fan of this candle right here. I'm not a fan of this candle at all. And if this keeps dropping, then I'm probably not going to be a fan of trying to buy either. But the DXY does look a little bullish right here. So because even if I push this to the downside, let's just take it down right here. Then you could still have this level that's price is going to be using as a support very shortly, right? So I'm going to go ahead and actually, where is it? Right here. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and place these lines right there. And going back to those lower time frames. What am I doing? My bad. So going to the lower time frames. But first, I want to move this back up. Nah, it can stay there, honestly. I like it there. So, again, I kind of just want to see price drop a little more before I actually decide to think about starting to get into any. Oh, this was for something totally different. um, Before I get into like any type of buy trades for the US dollar, it could very well hold right where it's at right now and then pop to the upside. But I'm looking for the price of 90.328. So I'm gonna go ahead and set an alert there. Well, actually, uh, I'm just gonna set a trend line there for an alert instead of using the whole line. I don't want my chart to get too messy. So let's see what happens. Actually, I'm gonna put it here because I am gonna be on my computer a little bit before I go and work out. Um, DXY only wants 61.8 fib. Then create. But yeah, I'm definitely looking for buys right now. And like I said, guys, like price is already broken through a couple of bearish structures on the lower time frame, and it hit this main demand zone down there on the daily time frame. So I'm pretty optimistic with price going bullish right now. But again, we got to see what happens. Let's look at arbitrage though, which is giving me the most confidence to try to trade this. So daily time frame. Oh, I finally got the arbitrage update. So price. So this is on the updated arbitrage, and I just want to show you guys the difference. So let's go over here, and then we'll go over to DXY on the daily time frame. Daily time frame. And what are you seeing here? On the daily time frame, it's giving that buy, right? Which this is still accurate. Like, I still am definitely buying this. This is what I planned. I was waiting for this retracement, then the push to the upside. So we got the daily buy, retracement, push to the upside. Now on the update, the compass is saying that it's not quite there yet. But me personally, I just like that break and retest of the RSI line. I don't even necessarily super care for waiting for that signal to pop up, especially if that's what my bias is looking at, and especially if it's lining up with my fibs. Then yeah, I'm taking that. So looking for this long-term move to happen overall, but short-term wise, looking for price to drop down here, and then a good push to like 90.949 for like if you're looking for intraday moves, right? So that would be where you're targeting. So it'd be looking something like this if it was a trade. For me personally, at least. Be looking something like this. A good 1 to 2 risk to reward, and there it is there. So let's go on over to oh snaps, I'm tripping. Back to the DXY. I only showed the daily on arbitrage, but 1 hour time frame, it called for that sell last night, which made me like say, oh, I'm definitely still staying in USD chef and all that. Although I was looking at it on the lower time frame, so but 15-minute time frame hasn't called anything yet, so again, I'm still expecting price to still drop a little more this morning before I get into anything, or at least get into DXY if you can trade it, right? But anyways, being a little patient with it. Let me go on to the 4 hour time frame just to see what it looks like on here. 4 hour time frame, I love this. It looks like it's bouncing off of that RSI line on the 4 hour time frame. Now it could give that fake out sell call. It could very much. I don't think with this compass and momentum, I don't think that it will necessarily go all the way down, especially since I'm trying to trade on the daily time frame. But still, gonna watch for this because I like how it's respecting off of this right now. It could definitely just bounce off of here and take off. So let's see how that plays out. I'm gonna blue you. Go to Euro USD. This Euro USD trade was easy. All right, so EU. So now remember how on Monday how I talked about that. Okay, I want to see EU do one of two things. Either A, I want to see it climb up to 1.21621 before I try to sell it, which is lining up with what the DXY is doing. Well, I actually want 1.21767. That's the price that I like buying at or selling. But I got that. I mean, once I get that, then I'll look to sell it. And if I lose, then I would be looking for... Give me a second. Then I'll be looking for this play. Is it this one? No, it's not. Not that one either. There we go. Then I'll be looking for this play, where price is jumping from down here all the way to 1.22664, and then a drop. I'm still looking for that. So I'm gonna try to play this first move off of this fib, and if that doesn't work, then I'll go and try for that second move. That's what I'm looking for overall. But this is more of an intraday type of thing. Intraday slash day trade. Maybe might be a little bit of a swing, not too much of a swing though. I think. Well, that's the 4 hour time frame, so it actually kind of is. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking for right now. If the if for some reason the dollar starts to pump, then I could probably expect it to maybe drop down. Then I could expect EU to maybe drop down to possibly like 1.20864 and then continue to the upside. But I'm not looking for that, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not really feeling that. So overall, again, I'm just looking for 1.21761 and then a drop. So I'm gonna set an alert right here at the 61.8. I'm surprised I never did set one. Oh, I did. I did set it. Yeah, 61.8 fib. It's already there. All right, cool. So it's still chilling there. I definitely like that alert on EU right there. So gonna be watching that as well. Let's go on over to arbitrage. So yesterday I gave out EU. I gave out a lot of EU charts yesterday, um, both in arbitrage group and just in my group. And this buy call played out very nicely. I liked it. I already gotten in like about like right here, so that was just me though. Closing that off. Closing that off. Let me delete all of this actually. So let's go over to the daily time frame on EU. EU is already trying to call for a sell on this candle right here. And like I said, I actually kind of like the way how this compass line now it actually is now. Kind of is a little different for me, but I like it. Maybe I have to play with the settings a little bit personally. But I still want to see that break and retest of that RSI line and then a drop. So that's going to come in confluence with the intraday move for my swing trade. So I'm probably going to like double trade this actually. I'm going to trade it with single, with not a swing. And then I'm also going to play this swing out on the long term. Because I do want to see EU drop down to the ground. Let's go over to 4 hour time frame. Starting to call for a buy, just like how DXY starting to call for a sell, but it could definitely look to fake out and then drop to the downside, which is kind of what I'm expecting for price to do. So see how that plays out. And again, 1 hour time frame, it did its magic, it did its work. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy myself. Because even like 2 hour time frame hasn't even called for the buy yet. That's tough, man. But it gives you that patience that you gotta wait for. So I like that. All right, so that's EU. Again, just gonna be waiting for it. So going over to GU. Okay, so GU. I had mentioned like about like down here that if you want to go ahead and get into a buy for price to start pushing up, actually let's go to arbitrage real quick, and then I will show what I'm talking about. I don't think price called for a sell ever since. Oh, okay, it did give a fake out sell. So on GU, this buy had been called right here, and I'd even have that bottom signal or thing like that. I think I got to remove that. I'll move it later on. Let me actually just get rid of it for now. So I had said, we got the break of this RSI line and a retest, push to the upside, and then price been pushing up nicely ever since. Gave a fake out sell, but I'm just like, nah, I'm good off of that. So that was our push to the upside. And again, if you want to, like I had mentioned, if you want to take profits, take 80% profits, let the rest of the trade ride. What else do you got to lose? Because same thing happened over here. Break, retest of the RSI line, push to the upside. So, but with GU, let's go over here. I still have this planned out, and I still want to kind of trade it. I want this price. I want 1.36595 if I'm gonna get into GU right now. Well, not right now, but if I'm gonna get into GU, that's the price I need to see. But price can definitely hold at this resistance right here. That's the reason why I had mentioned that. Oh, if you want to take some profits, then you might want to take like most of your profits here, because if this price holds, then GU is gonna drop. So I'm definitely here for the drop, but I want 1.365, 1.36600 basically. It just makes the risk to reward better. But if you try to trade it if you try to get in a trade right now, then it's like, oh, your risk to reward is basically like literally cut in half to a 1.5, to a 1 to 1.5, rather than having just up here waiting a little bit. And if I miss it, I miss it, you know. But I like that risk way better. And again, this is just off of the M that I see right here. This is market structure and price action. Well, not price action, but market structure, right? You got the M retesting, continuation to the downside. So it could very well hold right here and then continue to the downside again. Let's go on to arbitrage. Definitely GU looks like it has some more room to go up on the 1 hour time frame. So gonna be watching, and look right here, 1.36550. That's where the take profit is on this for me. So that is literally where price I want to get it in at. So if you're still in this trade, absolutely keep holding it. You have no reason to get out. 4 hour time frame is showing that, oh well, it broke, retesting the RSI line. It could hold here. So again, it could very well hold here as well. Just like I said, take most of your profits and just hold the trade. There's no real reason to get out quite yet. And daily time frame, yeah, don't even look at the daily time frame. So that's for GU. I'm gonna go on over to AU, and again, I've just been saying the AUD pair has been hating the AUD pairs, but it is what it is, right? So let's go ahead and look at AU. So this trade that I proposed, I'm like, hey, if you want to try to go ahead to get in, go ahead. But I was looking like maybe a break and retest could happen. I didn't want to play with the AUD pairs regardless, though. So stop loss ended up getting hit at 30 pips, but then price it's literally, and this always happens to me, always. It was literally just a wick. Price didn't even close down there. Just a wick, and then price pushed back up, and now it's in profit. So that's so funny to me. But regardless of that though, I really don't. Like I said, I really don't care for AU. Like I kind of want to see it. I still need to see it like push up to like 0.77500 before I even try to think about selling it or something like that. Or it's probably going to play the range. I don't want to play AU at all. It's just weird. It's just weird. Because look, this could have been this. This is definitely on a lower time frame, a downtrend. It could have just broken this, retest, then dropped, but broke it, acted like it wanted to drop, but then popped up. So it's like, AU, you can do your thing, man. But like I said, I just want the push to the upside. I have my alert set for 0.77500, but other than that, I'm not trying to trade AUD USD. It did give this buy. It hasn't given the retest of the RSI line, so I wouldn't trade it regardless. 4 hour time frame is bearish, but it looks ugly. Yeah, I'm not feeling AUD USD at all. It's even calling for a sell on the 15-minute, but it looks like it could just be holding right here. This could possibly even be a inverted head and shoulders that's forming right here. Then it could possibly drop, but I don't like it. If you want, you could try to sell it right here and put your stop loss like right above like 0.77270, but I don't care for it personally. That's for risky traders only. So there is a. Let's go over to EA. Okay, so I am a madman because I am trying to trade EA. Let me not go on the daily over here. What am I doing? Okay, same thing with EA. I had said, yo, you can try to get into this because it looks like it's a breakout. It's a break, retest, continuation to the downside. And that's literally how it was looking. Even when it stopped me out, it was still looking like. Cause I think I had gone into this trade and it pissed me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but I had gone into this. It broke, retest, and even though it came up here, it still held and then continued to the downside. I still think that AU is gonna push to the upside. So if it is, I still think that this could play out, and it's still holding at um, this huge zone. It's still holding in here, and it's still giving rejections. Like this candle right here is what tells me most that this is probably still gonna drop. But it's just weird with EA right now, honestly, because price could literally just take off from right here. Just be like, oh well. I do see the double top, but then you have to see this right here as well. I don't really care for that. I don't really care for the price action. Um, Let me see what the 15-minute looks like. So on the 15-minute, what this looks like to me is it's just consolidation. It's just been going up and down. I'm sideways. But if you're talking about recent price movement, push down to 1.56936, continuation to the upside. That's kind of how I'm seeing it right now. If you're gonna play anything, that's what I would play. But again, I am more seeing still this is a break and retest, and price could still push to the downside, especially with how bullish the AUD has been. So, um, going on to arbitrage, 4 hour time frame. I had gone into this buy when price was like around right here, and because well again, if we go over to the old arbitrage that I was using, 4 hour time frame, gone into a little intraday trade yesterday. Um, it was calling for a buy, and then it called for a sell right here, but then price was still at this lower danger zone and it was holding very well. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get into this, and so it still is a valid buy to me right now. I just don't like how the lower time frame is looking. It looks like it could fall a little bit before it pops up, but yeah, I still think that this can definitely go into bullish territory. 1 hour time frame is about to call for a buy, but it's already broken through the RSI line. And 15 minutes been called for a buy. So yeah, like I said, I think it's gonna go bullish, but I do want to retest. If anything, I guess I'd rather actually. I just want price to like break out to the upside. Honestly, in all honesty, I just want price to break out to the upside. So this is the trade that I'm in right now. 4 hour time frame. My entry is 1.57198, so basically 1.57200. 1.57200. Stop loss is 1.55868. And this is by no means an intraday trade. And then my take profit is 1.59500. Again, this is by no means an intraday trade. And I'm just taking this, gonna copy it, and I want to see what it looks like on here. I don't like the entry by any means. I really don't. I should probably gonna actually get out, but I'm just probably gonna stay in. Honestly, what the heck? You guys are seeing this, right? Okay, that's so weird. All right, whatever. But anyways, yeah, it basically I'm just looking for it to take off right here, and so realistically speaking, this is a little bit higher than what the band is showing, but I'm looking for price to come back in this area regardless at 1.59600. So that's why I'm aiming for there. So let's see how things play out with EA. Oh, I forgot to change it over. Of course I did. Okay. Gonna keep going with them. Alright, so GA. That's how I feel about GA. Alright, GA still hasn't gone to where I needed to get to, so still being patient with it. I definitely want that drop to happen, but I want price to get to 1.77700 still. So I don't have anything for you guys with GA. As you guys can see, it's been consolidating. It's just been sideways moving to the upside, sideways moving to the upside. So it's just been a lot of consolidation. Nothing really is there for me to trade on GA. On the 4-hour time frame, nothing there for me. Oh, that was daily, my bad. Price can definitely hold right here. Like if you're a risky trader, then you could try to sell this from right here and see what happens from there. Like this type of move. If you're a really risky trader. 1 second. Ooh. Ah, bless you. Thank you. Yeah, I did that. But yeah, if you're really a risky trader, you could take this type of move. It's a 1 to 2.69, so it's not that terrible. Risking 53 pips to get 144. You can try it. I'm not 100% against it because, as you can see, price is calling for a sell right here. So that could definitely be a move for you. Get in right here. Early exit would probably be like at 1.7. I would rather put it above this wick. If you're gonna get an early exit, like 1.76853, if price closes over that, just exit. Cut it short so you're losing 30 pips instead of 20. But I like this, honestly. So like, and that just kind of makes me like not want to trade EA at the same time because I kind of seeing something different with EA. 15-minute time frame calling for a buy though. So I'm just, again, this is more of a thing for risky traders in my opinion, rather than for like anybody else to get in, because this isn't really too impressive to be calling it a buy for me. Like, not impressive. This isn't really a buy. I mean, a sell that I like for arbitrage, regardless. So let me see what the 2 hour looks like. 2 hours holding at the lower danger zone. So again, this is more of a risky trader type of move right here. I might play it later, to be honest, depending on how this 1 hour and 23-minute closes. Or no. 23 minutes. I'll give it 23 minutes and I'll see if I get it or not. That'll be on me personally though. I'm not gonna put that on anybody or send it out. I'm just gonna be like, oh, well, hey, let's try it out. If I die, I die. Alright, so Euro GBP. So we still in this. I like that it's calling for a buy. And if you got out, then I feel bad for you, son. No, I'm joking. I had actually gone out when price got up here because, I mean, I'm nice like that. But price pushed to the upside, and that's what that fib was. That's what that fib was over here. So price from this drop to this push up dropped again, came to the 71%, which was my entry already. That's actually the reason why I got out, because I'm like, well, my entries, if price comes back down for a retest, it's just gonna stop me out at break even. So I'm just gonna get out the trade. That's when you know those are the things that you gotta know when to get out of a trade, right? And so this would have been a break even if I was just looking for an intraday move, but that's not what I'm looking for. EG, again, I'm still in it. I'm still holding this trade. It's a very solid trade that has a lot of potential in it. 4-hour time frame is still very much bearish. Price could just literally hold right here and drop as well. So that's the reason why. That's another reason why my stop loss isn't even at break even. Currently, I'm up 18 pips, and my stop loss is at 26 pips. I kind of wanted to break these highs before I put my stop loss at break even. So, um, that's for EG. Let's go into the arbitrage real quick. So, with arbitrage right now, it's calling for a buy on the 1 hour, but I don't like how the 1 hour looks. So let's go on over to the 2 hour. So this is another reason why I stayed in the trade, regardless, because I remember I have my early exit right here at 0.88739, and what I wanted was, okay, if price breaks through this lower danger zone, I'm out of here. But it never did that. It actually held right here, which is another reason why I actually stayed in it. So it's still calling for that buy on the 2 hour. I'm still holding it. Um, I'm not sure what it's doing on the 4 hour. Let me see. 4 hour time frame. It's kind of, like I said, it could very much still hold here on the 4 hour. It looks like arbitrage is saying the same thing basically. It could hold right here before pushing to the upside. So I'm still holding Euro GBP and just gonna keep playing it. I like I said, it has a lot of good potential into it. The 2 hour time frame is still holding nicely, so let's play with that. Let's go over to Euro NZD. Again, I really wasn't feeling playing it, but look what it's doing. Like I had mentioned on Sunday, I definitely wanted to just see it push to the upside. It's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Is break, retest, continue to the upside. But I just didn't want to trade EN this week. I'm just like, you know what? Leave you alone. I know when I'm not comfortable trading a pair that I just say that, okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. Whenever I feel like you're doing better, you're doing things that I like, then I'll get into it. So Euro NZD pushing to the upside like I want. I want it to come up to 1.7189. I mean 1.71898, and then I'll look to sell it up there. Okay, so GJ, this is a trade that I just got into, and I didn't want to just give it out because I said I'll just wait and see what price is doing at that time. But price had came up to my entry at one point. Well, first of all, let's actually do this real quick. So this M happened. Price dropped lower than I expected. Almost stopped me out of a trade. I stayed, but it didn't get me out. I stayed in. Was able to make money off of it, so that was cool. But this was what I was looking for overall. For a price to push to the upside. And of course, you guys know where I get my entry at my 71% fib. And then a drop. It could have pushed very well to the 78.6, but that's not what I was looking for at that time. I was more looking for the 71% because I stayed consistent with that. But that 78.6 would have been just as much money, honestly. And so with that being said, this is my entry. Like I literally got in, like I'm 10, 11 pips up right now. And I think that this is gonna go and do numbers because what I was personally seeing is that the higher institutions, they want people to be thinking that, okay, GBP, JPY is in a buy, because if you go into the daily time frame, look how long it's been up here. And I've been saying that it's been holding at this um, longer term. This is the weekly fib at the 78.6. Well, not even at the 78.6, like basically just above the 71%. And it's just been like pushing up sideways a little bit more than anything. So I'm really, when it comes to this area, I'm really bearish on it. And price, like I said, it could very well be doing what I needed to do. 4 hour looks very nice. 61.8. You could literally get into a trade right here. Right now, for my trade, it's a 1 to 3.2. And this is not an intraday trade by any means, but it's just a trade that I was looking for a while now. Well, not for a while, but that's why I did for my setup on Monday, right? You can literally get into this trade right here as well if you would like. That's just if you would like. I'm not going to tell you what and what not to do. And it would be a 1 to 2 point 1 to 2.35. People try to dive for 1 to 1. So this is still a good risk to reward setup overall. And you don't even have to take it all the way down here. You could just take it down to these equal lows at 140.356. So that's the trade setup for GJ. I like that a lot. It's going to over to arbitrage. Yesterday GJ caught for that buy. It was pretty nice. It was on this. Alright, so GJ, let's see what it looks like on the older version of arbitrage. So 4-hour time frame, still holding it. This is nice. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see on there. So that is exactly how I'm going to go ahead and play that. Let me go ahead and actually put some security on here. Hold on. No annotations. There we go. So again, I'm already in this GJ trade. I'm 11 pips up on it, and like I said, from even just looking at it from, not there. From the 61.8 fib right here, you can still definitely take it to the downside. It's not a bad trade at all for me. 4-hour time frame over here, same thing. It looks exactly the same, just a different time when the price called for the sell. So yeah, let's see how things play out with GJ. I like the sell opportunity. UChef, this trade hit TP very nicely. I never ended up getting out. Loved it. Very nice. So get rid of all that. It's going over here. Alright, so UChef, I still have, personally, long term, I still kind of have this dropping a little bit. But the way how it is, it just looks like this is a bull flag to me. Right? This looks like a bull flag. Cannot deny it. Let me get rid of these real quick. Hide. Because I don't think that's gonna happen. All I see right now is the bull flag again. Yeah, price pushing up right there, and price pushing up. So price could literally just consolidate in this zone. Didn't even hit all the way up there before pushing down. Push back up. Push down. It could literally break out at any given time. So that's why I'm just like, I'm not really trying to really go crazy over GJ. I mean, UChef. I'm glad that I got the pips that I got from it, but I'm not gonna try to go a little. I'm not gonna try to go overboard on it. I'm just gonna be like, if it gets down to where I want it to at 0.88110, absolutely. But I've taken a little bit of my losses off of this because of me trying to sell too early for it to buy. So if it gets down there, absolutely cooling. But like I said, all I see right now is a bull flag, and I just see it possibly breaking out to the upside. If you go to the lower time frames, let me delete those arrows. Well, not delete them because I actually want them to stay there so that I can refer back to what I was looking at and seeing what transpired. Although I could do that at any given time. Wait, why is this down here? There we go. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I just want to make this neat so that when I'm marking it up, it's visible and readable. Or legible, whatever you want to call it. I'm terrible at English. Okay, so 1 hour time frame. So yeah, right now, this doesn't look the greatest for a personal... for me to get into anything right now. If you wanted to, you could be like, oh, well, there's a support right here. And once price got right here, you could do a snipe right there. and sell it. I mean, and buy it to the upside, which you can. You absolutely can. But I'm more looking at the DXY. I'm more feeling it's gonna pop. I feel like the DXY is gonna go bullish more than it's gonna go bearish. Oh yeah, and of course I definitely will go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is what I'll hit like towards the end. Um, and so yeah, USD Swiss. I'm just like being patient with it. I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. Not really feeling it. Tacos, tacos. You get to playing me here. I mean, I didn't get back in the trade to be honest with you, but it could definitely be stopping right here at these equal lows because daily time frame. If you look at it this way, it hasn't been down here in like it hasn't been down here since January 7th, right? And so it could definitely hold at this support because look at this. This thing has been bull. It went super bullish and it's bearish as hell. But if you throw a big fib on it, which y'all know how I do, you know I like doing this. Throw a big fib on it. It's still like slightly. It's just slightly lower than that 78.6. So I could definitely see, especially with the U.S. dollar, how I want to see it pop. I would like to see just the DXY do its thing, and if USD Mexican still looks solid, like it's giving like a double bottom type of thing, I might get in it and just get into a little riskier buy, you know. So still seeing what this looks like. But like I said, I have been gone out. I got out of the trade like right here, so I'm even happy I got the trade early. It gave a fake breakout to the upside, then dropped. So I hate when USD Mexican does that. But let's see how things go. Like the stop loss is still under these lows, so it could definitely hold at a double bottom and then just pop. Um, I'm pretty sure arbitrage isn't really fancying anything right now. Yeah, it's just calling for sales right now. So, like I said, it's risky if you want to try to get the double bottom sell, but this might end up looking like an L. It is what it is. All right, let's go. Ooh, what on the weekly though? Yeesh, that's scary. Okay, gold is looking like it wants to play games right now. Um, Personally speaking, I put my stop loss at break even for gold because I still do think that it could end up dropping. And I'm okay if it does hit my stop loss at break even. The trade's been it's been in profit this whole time, so it's cool. But if it stops me out, it stops me out, and I can look for I can look for another opportunity there. But I'm not crazy over it, you know. It could definitely like just look at it this way. You did because you want to be able to look at your trades from both the positive and a negative point of view. You can just say that this is literally coming up to the 78.6 and price is going to drop right here on gold. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't want to be in this trade like that. I'm actually probably going to end up getting out because again, I just don't like how it looks on here. Overall, like on a higher time frame, that's the only reason why I'm still in it because like I always like saying the higher time frame rules supreme over the lower time frame, and price can literally just reject off of here 78.6 on the higher time frame and push to the upside. So I'm still holding my gold buy. That's the reason I'm like I don't like it, but I'm not gonna get out either. You know, I'm still holding this gold buy, and I want to take it up to 1956 at least. Swing trade type of thing. But again, if you're looking at a lower time frame type of thing, you might want to be looking for sells right now, especially with that bearish pressure right there. Came up to 1845.300, stopped immediately. Dang, if I was paying attention, that I would have got into that honestly. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna drop. Honestly, I'm in it. Like I said, my stop loss at break even. So if it gets hit, it is what it is. But it looks good for a sell to me personally. Um, Weekly time frame, I didn't even mean to look at this, but I mean, I see it. If you guys see like in a couple of weeks, 1561 gets hit on gold, you guys heard it here first. Just know that. Y'all heard it here first. But daily time frame hasn't called for a sell yet on this version of arbitrage, and it's holding at the lower danger zone. So it could definitely hold here and go bullish, which is what I wanted to do personally. Um, 4 hour time frame holding at the lower danger zone, hasn't called for the buy yet. So again, still want to hold it. 1 hour time frame calling for a buy, still hasn't called for a sell. Again, still want to hold it. That's three different time frames. I'm still holding on it. 15-minute time frame hasn't called for that sell yet, but it's already came down to the lower danger zone. I'm still buying gold. If it is my stop loss, it is what it is at this point. But I'm still buying it, still holding it. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of traders that I really fuck with. I know part of the language for anybody that doesn't like that, but I know a lot of traders that I know are trying to sell gold right now, and I'm like, hey, I see it too. I personally see it too, but I don't follow trends. I don't go with what everybody's doing. I usually go with the opposite way because that's what's most beneficial. And so again, I'm still buying gold. For those with arbitrage, I mean, what you could do is just set an alert on the 1 hour time frame to tell you when to get out. So you'll do, oops, not there. Arbitrage, long exit all, once per bar close, and then create warning. This alert may trigger differently. Yep, continue anyways. So yeah, if you have arbitrage, just set that alert, and if price closes under like 1827, then be out for sure. But other than that, I'm still buying gold. All right, S&P, another trade that I was looking at and I'm actually in right now, and it might not get back up to that area. Who knows? But anyways, S&P. I had mentioned it about the M on the Sunday analysis. Push to the upside, push down, push to the upside again, breakout to the downside, retesting right here, which it came up to the 78.6. And again, I had mentioned it. That's the only reason why I didn't talk about it, because I was like, oh, we're already in it. I mean, I already mentioned it. It could definitely not push to the downside right here, though. It could definitely keep pushing to the upside because it was pushing up with force yesterday. Because I was actually in a buy, and I didn't expect it to even go up that high. I was like, oh wow, this actually is, like, it was a small buy. Like, I wasn't really caring if I got into if I took an L or anything like that. But I was like, oh wow, this is really going to work. But as you guys can see, very bullish, very bullish. I do like the bearish engulfing candle right here though, which is making me be like, okay, yes, I need this to drop. But it's still 4 hour structure, still holding up. So it's kind of like, is this really gonna sell? Who knows? But I like the possibility. Got the M pattern, break out to the downside, push to the upside for the retest, continuation with the Fibonacci's. Let's do it. Going over to arbitrage. Now, arbitrage 1 hour is called for the buy. Um, got that break of the RSI line. Could you just bought right there? Um, but the 4 hour time frame. This is what was making me saying, hold up, this could definitely possibly sell right here. It could hold right here and drop to the downside, just like how with GU, right? GU, I said that it could drop where it's at because of the M pattern. It's doing the same thing as S&P and US 30 basically. So, but the daily time frame, it is not calling anything for a sell. So you just want to watch out for that. But again, guys, I personally do like the sell on S&Ps. You just got to watch out. And you see right here, price is called for a buy. Although you could have just did the break and the retest, you would have still been in the trade, I guess. I don't know. I'm still in this. And my mentality is always use proper risk management. If you die, you die. But if you plan the trade, you have to play it. Like, that's just that. Unless you establish early that you're not going to trade it. If you plan out the trade, you got to play it out, no matter what, because that's what you were seeing. Um, So yeah, this S&P, I'm in the trade. So right now in gold, that, this. I'm not in this anymore, but you guys could be. Um, it's going over to Dow Jones. Is basically the same thing. It's climbing up. So Dow Jones looks like it's better for the possibility of the 71% to get hit than with the S&P because it's basically right there. So there you guys go. Better opportunity. But again, price could definitely drop. I mean, price could definitely keep pushing to the upside because price was pushing with authority and it gave a huge whip to the downside. But there you go. This would be the trade that I would do for US 30. I'm not gonna double on this. I'm just gonna take one of them, which I'm already in S&P. So why would I get in this? Um, and again, if it's gonna keep dropping to the downside, then for sure I'm taking it back to where this breakout happened, because that's where I will see some type of liquidity before I maybe price starts to push back to the upside. So that's for US 30. So you could be in that as well. It's going over to Ripple, my main bitch. Excuse the language. um, it went bullish last night, and that was with some force. I like that. It's up at 30 cents, so my wallet is pretty happy right now. With okay, I bought like at 13 cents, right? Um, but again, I still kind of feel like this may be pushing to the downside. Um, Kind of just want to see what it's gonna really do at this point. SEC, we all know about the SEC, blah blah blah, all that news. Again, guys, I don't follow the herd. I am a trendsetter rather than a follower, and I am still all here for a Ripple. In Ripple, we trust. And I mean, hey, this could be an M breakout, retest. It could still push to the downside. That's what I'm seeing on Ripple personally, but I'm not trying to get into any Ripple trades. More into Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin trade is still running. Trade is still running through them. It's going a little bit sideways, and it's just been having difficulties right here at this level right here. Been having the most difficulties. There we go. So it's kind of like I really kind of have to see what price is gonna do here. As you can see, price is rejecting off of this resistance right here. If price doesn't end up breaking, then it's probably just gonna end up coming down. I think I for this right here, I just put my stop loss at break even. I'm just like, if my stop loss get at break even, it is what it is. It's not even the best entry regardless. The best entry was down here. That's cash. That's not getting hit. But yeah, I still need to see Bitcoin definitely break through this zone right here. If it doesn't break through that zone, then most definitely this stop loss is gonna get hit. But I'm very confident in this 34,000 price holding for price to continue to the upside. I'm very confident in that position. And so let's go on over to the 4 hour time frame, see what the 4 hour looks like. Because even from this, just look at it from this point of view. From this push to the downside, I mean, from that wick to this high, price literally came to the 78.6. Has never came back to it since. If you would have, if you would have been able to get into a trade from right down here, then you would be up like how many pips right now? You'd be up 5,498 pips right now if you would have got into this setup, which was super clean. So, but yeah, I'm still very much bullish on Bitcoin. Why would you want to be bearish in a bullish market like this? It's kind of scary to actually be bearish. To try to say that, oh, I'm going to catch the top. I mean, I'm going to try to catch the bottom. If you want to if you want to be like, oh, I want to catch a bottom or I want to catch a top type of thing, like if you want to try to sell Bitcoin, I would say try to get it back at 400,000. I mean at 40,000 and try to sell it there. But other than that, I don't see it. This 4 hour structure needs to break in order for me to be like, okay, we might start to get a crash pretty shortly. But if price doesn't do that, I'm all bulls for Bitcoin. Let's go over to arbitrage, see what we got here. 4 hour is over that RSI line. It looks like it's retesting it. That's cash money to me. I love seeing that. 1 hour time frame is called for a buy. Retested RSI line and the lower danger zone would have been a perfect opportunity for my arbitrage users. 15 minute though, this is what I'm not liking. It broke to the downside and it's retested this. So again, possibility for it to drop, but I'm always higher time frames tell you what's going to happen more than the lower time frame type of guy. So again, 4 hour looks solid. Daily time frame, don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me because this is just all bulls right here. Okay, Litecoin. If you would have gotten into this trade when this was just in my channel, I had personally gotten out of it early. That's my stupidity. But you would be up about you'd be up 223 pips on Litecoin right now. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I still very much do think that Litecoin is going to take off. It's going to go and hit all-time highs probably. Again, same thing with Bitcoin. From this low to this high, price came to the 78.6, respected it perfectly, and then pushed to the upside. Like, that's just sniper stuff right there, right? And then if you go onto the weekly time frame, you can see that price, what it did, it just rejected this, came down hard to even come down to these lows, and then pushed to the upside. So I still think, Litecoin has a lot of room to go. If you guys, let's just say if you guys put money into Litecoin, go to Coinbase, go into Binance, go to whatever app that you buy your cryptocurrency at, then you buy, it price goes up back to these all-time highs. That's 161% or 162% gain right there that you just made off of a cryptocurrency altcoin. So it's just, guys, I just like reiterate this to everybody. It's like you don't have to get into just Bitcoin. There's so much more cryptocurrency out there. Let's take a look. Let's look at Tron real quick. See what Tron's doing. This is actually one of my personal favorites. It's at 3 cents right now. It came in March. It was literally like not even. It was less than a penny. This was a penny crypto back in March. You would have purchased this thing right now, you would still be up 337%, tripled your money off of Tron, and this still has so much more to go. It hasn't even hit 10 cents. It's like the all-time highs of it. This is 9 cents. This is super cheap. Why wouldn't you want to get into this? Or let's look at well, you guys already know about me and Ripple. Let's look at Stellar, XLM USD. One of my other favorite cryptocurrencies that I'm looking at. This is going crazy. It's 31 cents. I don't have that much in it, but this has not been into existence for that long. But then even, like, again, when price came down in March and it was 2 cents, you would be up 1,000. You would be up almost 1,100%. It's altcoin season. You don't have to worry about the big Bitcoin. You don't have to worry about the big Ethereum. Although Ethereum, let me go look at Ethereum real quick. You see what I love? This is why I love crypto. Look at, boom, came and topped to all-time highs and even surpassed all-time highs. That's love. What I want to see, this is simple. What I want to see on Ethereum. Just give me a retest. If Ethereum can give me a retest right here, let's take it to the moon. Because Ethereum is literally what Bitcoin was 7 years ago. So just think of it that way. But again, you don't have to worry about the major coins. You can look at the smaller cryptocurrencies, and that can give you super cash money, way more than this. And you won't even have to wait for huge numbers. So just imagine if Tron, like let's imagine if the likes of Tron hits $100 and it's 3 cents right now. See what I'm saying? So don't worry about you don't have to worry about these big cryptocurrencies. You don't need to. It's really not necessary. There's BAT again, 28 cents, super cheap. What's the all-time high for BAT? Let's see. All-time high, $1.10 basically. It's 28 cents right now. If you buy BAT and it goes back to all-time highs, 274% return. You've almost tripled your money. Again, just do your research on these cryptocurrencies. There's a lot out there. I have my list of cryptocurrencies that I like and that I am investing into. Like 95% of my portfolio is cryptocurrency. So I just like to say the same thing to you guys. You don't need to buy stocks if these cryptocurrencies are this cheap and the cryptocurrency game is barely still at its infant stage, because this cryptocurrency game is only going to get bigger and better. And I've already said it in multiple past analysis that I've done, or like in this previous analysis that I did. Cryptocurrency, the market cap has already passed 1 trillion. That's already more than the Dow Jones, right there. That's already more than the Dow Jones as is. So it's like, but anyways, guys, that's all I have for today. Any other questions or any other pairs you guys want me to look at? And if not, then I will go ahead and get off. Thank you guys. I appreciate it for y'all coming on here. Whenever I do my analysis, I really do. Without y'all, I wouldn't be doing this. And all right, well, that's it. We out. Later, y'all.